This is the Volkswagen T6 facelift. Here in the front you can see the grille has a bigger shape, it looks stronger. Also there's more chrome being used, so everything is a little bit more shiny, so to say. This is also a special copper paint that was released here right now. And this is also changed here, new LED daytime running signature and also new LED headlamps optional, or they come also standard with the Highline. 4,90 m, 16 foot 1 or 192 inches is the total length. Here the short wheelbase variant. There's also long wheelbase version. There are some new colors available, as I said here right now, and also some new wheel choices. Those ones here 18-inch, again here with this dual tone. There are also those Generation 6 models which have, for example, the blue or the red paint right there. Visually here not so much has been done in the rear. What is interesting that the side wind assist is also standard now. This is really important when you have some crosswinds, for example, then we know in an emergency case the car would also intervene with some braking commands. Very interesting. Here again you can see this contrasting color, and in general the standard equipment has been lifted a little bit for all versions, that you get, you know, some more stuff from standard equipment, for example electric locks, Bluetooth function from the inside. Of course there are even more options available that can again pop up the price pretty much. The engines have also been revised to meet the new emission standards. It's all about the 2-liter TDI with the SCR cleaning then, of course, in horsepower specs of 90, 110, 150, or the top one 200, then with a bi-turbo. And there's also news on the electric front, because in cooperation with Abt they will also retrofit a T6 all-electric, either with a 39 kWh battery or 78 kWh here on the interior. Huge door pockets right there, this hasn't changed. This one here is a trim with this brushed aluminum style. What has changed is that we have a new steering wheel. We already know it from the T-Roc or the new Passat. The steering wheel is new, and it's not only that it visually is new, it's also the technology behind it, because this one is now the new electromechanical steering wheel. That is then the same as in all of the passenger cars, because you need that one to implement all of the assistance systems, because they intervene with the steering wheel, like, you know, like a lane keeping assist and so on. Those seats here are my favorite ones. Alcantara on the inside, leather red on the outside, so it's also a more sustainable choice and a very comfortable one, also for longer journeys. And the good upright seating position here in the T6 is also what makes it comfortable for the driver. So again, the new steering wheel. I really like the new modern design. Looks a little bit more angular. I already liked it as it was introduced with the T-Cross. Then new digital instruments, optional, 10.25-inch. And for the central infotainment unit, it starts with 6.5-inch, like in the Golf, 8-inch, and this one then is the optional 9.2-inch. You can see there are no physical buttons left. This is the biggest screen size. So infotainment and assistance systems update. This is the biggest change right here. You can, for example, also get a rear traffic assist and also a trailer assist with this vehicle here now. So now we have turned on the instruments right here. Those are the new digital instruments, and you can change the view a little bit to have, you know, this classic analog digital display, so to say, or the GPS map for the full display. Of course, it does not flicker in real life. It's just on camera at the moment. Then you can have some more, for example, the Bluetooth connection, the driving data, and the new assistance systems as well. This one is the central infotainment system right there. You get a home screen, or the you know, you can individualize what you want to see here in the home screen. That is all possible. So this is the map now of the GPS. Zoom in and out. You see it's also very responsive. This is also in the night mode at the moment. Daytime you could even see that well, but it automatically changes also according to the clock. So, and let's get inside. There are different electric doors available, a fully electric one and also one just with a help. And you can see it's always flexible, because you can turn those seats here up like this, or switch them around. Also have a dual setup on here. You can have single seat on the rear, but also a complete bench. And now we open that hatch. It's also available electric, as you can see it right here. And this would be, you know, when we have the interior size we've just shown you, then you would have, you know, about 50 to 60 centimeters left here in length. But then you can change it if you open those ledges here in the rear. Here you can pull both, and then you can either flip the bench or you can slide it forward. And now to our conclusion for the day with the Volkswagen T6 facelift. I think, well, visually, definitely with those new headlamps, it gains some more modernity and looks also a little bit more open and strong with the bigger front grille. Other than that, it stays more with the form follows function design. Electric-wise, yes, there's new stuff coming out now. As I said earlier, very interesting, this development that basically is the first step to the full electrification of this model when the all-new platform arrives as for this respect. On the interior, you still have a lot of room, and the biggest change there is definitely the infotainment system, where you can pick new different sizes. Then in the top trim you have the biggest GPS map possible, and also in the digital instruments together with the assistance systems that are now possible with the new steering. This really moves it closer to the passenger car segment, and this is also what this car is about, that you can carry a lot with it, but it actually drives like a normal passenger car. This is what makes this car special. And well, the same has also been happening recently with the Mercedes V-Class, so if you're interested to compare that, we also have a Mercedes V-Class facelift review. You should check that out. We will also link that in the video description. Which one do you actually like better, from those top segment vans here, the Multivan, T6 Multivan, or the Mercedes V-Class? Tell us in the comments what you're thinking about the Multivan facelift.